It felt like a movie, kind where everything is perfect, almost too perfect. Sarah and I had been together for 5 years. We were that couple, the one our friends looked up to. We had the inside jokes, the shared dreams, the little rituals that made us well us. Was even saving up for a ring, hiding the cash in an old shoebox like a teenager. Life was good, or so I thought. The first crack appeared subtly. Late night at work here, a canceled date there. She'd say she was swamped with a new project, and I, being the supportive boyfriend, would just nod and say, "No problem, babe." I get it, but the excuses started to stack up. Her phone, once left casually on the coffee table, was now glued to her hand, screen down. My gut was screaming at me, but my heart kept telling it to shut up. Then came the anonymous email. It's just a single sentence. "She's not who you think she is," with an address attached. It was a local hotel, one of those fancy ones downtown. My world tilted. I wanted to dismiss it as a prank, a cruel joke. But that gut feeling was a full-blown siren now. So, with my heart pounding in my throat, I drove to the hotel. I didn't go in. I just sat in my car across the street, watching, hoping to be proven wrong. An hour later, I saw her. She walked out laughing and linked her arm with a guy from her office. Mark, a guy she'd always described as just a work friend. The way he looked at her, the way she leaned into him. It wasn't friendly. It was a punch to the gut, a confirmation of every fear I'd been pushing down. I drove home in a daze, the world a blurry mess of streetlights and tears. I didn't confront her that night, or the next. Instead, a cold, calculated calm washed over me. Anger is a powerful fuel, and I decided to use it. I found out they were using a major project at their company as a cover for their little getaways. They were in charge of the big annual client presentation, a huge deal for their firm. For the next 2 weeks, I became a detective. I gathered evidence, screenshots of their flirtatious messages she'd carelessly left open on her laptop. Photos of them together I took from a distance, even a recording of a call I overheard. The day of the big presentation arrived. Her company's most important clients were all there, along with the entire senior management, including the CEO. Sarah was on stage looking confident and professional. I had managed to get an invitation through a friend who worked in the same building. As she prepared to start her slideshow, I put my plan into action. I had already discreetly replaced her presentation file on the shared network drive with one of my own creation. She clicked the remote. The first slide flashed onto the giant screen. It wasn't a quarterly report. It was a photo of her and Mark, kissing outside that hotel. Collective gasp echoed through the auditorium. She froze, her face turning ghost white. The next slide was a screenshot of their texts, planning their next meeting, and the next, and the next. Each click revealed another piece of her betrayal. I didn't say a word, just sat there watching the empire of lies she had built crumble around her. I stood up and walked out of that silent, stunned room. I didn't look back. It wasn't about public humiliation. It was about speaking a truth she had tried so hard to silence. My revenge wasn't loud or violent. It was quiet, digital, and absolute. That day, I lost a girlfriend, but I reclaimed my self-respect. Sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is simply exposing the truth and walking away. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever been through something similar, remember your worth. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.